Okay, so it's the end of day 3. I just kind of wanted to go over about going the extra mile. And what I mean by that is just properly having everything set ready for the staging of installing your waterproofing and the tile layer. Really going the extra mile is pretty much just making sure that your structure is in good shape and putting, in this instance, new plywood down in the entire bathroom. When I took out some of the areas for the patching of running the ductwork up the wall and then having to move the toilet supply, patching all of that just wasn't going to make sense anymore. I mean, you'd have an area here, and then I had to recess the area for the shower. So, I mean, you're talking, 20 square feet left of the old plywood. So I went ahead and replaced the entire thing. The other thing I wanted to mention about plywood is, or your subfloor, you want to know how thick it is because that's important for tiling installation. Normally your joists are 16 inches on center, and you can go with a 5/8 inch plywood, and that would be okay for like ceramic and porcelain, but you wouldn't be able to do natural stone like marble and some of these other delicate types of tile. The deflection, which is the amount of movement in between the joists, is important when it comes to tile installation. Basically, tile does not like any movement, and if there is, it's going to end up cracking and causing a problem. So we replaced the 5/8 inch plywood and put in 3/4, so that's going to make sure that we're within that L360, which is a term for deflection. And that's basically what all manufacturers really want when it comes to tile and waterproofing. They want everything to be 16 inches on center and 3/4 inch plywood. So that's what we went ahead and done and did, but it did take extra time. Not only was it just a matter of going out and purchasing the plywood, but it was additional framing. So there's a typical areas where you end up having no support, and that's usually sometimes around the perimeter of your room and definitely at the entrance. The entrance is usually a very common place where there's, if you cut that plywood out, there's no joist sitting there, for you to put a new one down. So that'll take some of the extra time and a little extra effort to do, but putting the time and effort into this part of the stage is going to be well worth it, and it's going to make sure that you have a long-lasting bathroom. So go the extra mile and make sure that everything for your foundation is in good shape.